y'all thought I was kidding. Couldn't go to the beach, so I brought the beach to me. All right, let's go over this next book. This one is, hold up. Gotta get my notes ready. Hold on 1 second. All right, Owning Your Life, The Pearl by John Steinbeck. So basically the theme of the book, I should say, is the consequences of preparation and inaction. If you read the book or listened to it, probably know what I'm talking about. All right. The system of society has been in place long before you were born, yet you can't be blind to reality. That's all I got to say there. Whether it's your environment or your circumstances, you control 10% of the moving wheel, right? The other 90% of the moving components that move you in either direction it chooses shouldn't stop you from playing the game well enough to propel yourself to a high position to change the rules you were once forced to play by. That's facts right there. Look, it's just saying basically by circumstance of the book, wherever you come from, you didn't have parents, whatever the craziness that you experienced growing up and where you started should not be your outcome towards the end. And you can change those rules, but you have to first play by them, right? The butterfly effect of fortune and fame. So that's another part of the story, that kind of sums it up too. I'm not gonna go too crazy about that. I still want people to be able to read it and listen to it themselves. The mouthful of excuses one passes around in defense. And I can go in depth about that. That's just basically, we get a lot of people that make excuses about their environment. Once again, their circumstances, their beginnings, their, why they're in the situation of life they're in. A lot of different things. I can keep going on and on. And then this is a question that the author, well, not the author, the person who I was listening to the book from basically made a comment about, which is probably in the book, or just his analogy of the book, what it's saying. And, essentially you have to ask yourself hard questions with even harder answers. That really spoke to me. And then what was said was, are you an ant or a god? That's very powerful, right? Because how do you choose what position you're going to be in, right? You started in the slums of the worst neighborhood. Are you going to end up being there, or are you going to climb the mountain of accomplishments so that you can one day fix the issues that you had by giving it to the next generation, right? A lot easier, providing a way that they can have it, right? So it's just so many things about that comment. And I'm not going to go too much into debate about that, because some people are going to be like, I don't know how I feel about that. It's that God part there. I said, so take it how you prefer or perceive it. And basically, I'm going to read two things real quick. And then I'll tell you essentially what summed up the book for me. What was the one thing I could learn if I had to put it in one sentence or a few words? And this part right here just basically goes in part of the book itself. It says, well, this is what I wrote. Why be the aggressor when you can be the boxer who counters, right? And you might already kind of summed up an idea what that means to you, but you don't have to be the person who's angry at everything and essentially go out and attack. The person who learns the moves on the chessboard, who makes the more accurate strategy, could also be the person who wins in most cases, right? If you're the boxer and you're coming out and you're ready to brawl and you're about to fight Muhammad Ali, you're going to lose that fight, right? You have to fight his fight, right? Or fight your fight. But if you're going to fight your fight, you can't play into his game. You have to learn the game that he plays by and then turn it in your favor. So that's basically what that means at this part of the book. And essentially what I take from it is over prepare, right? I'm not going to go too crazy into the book because I don't want to kind of basically give the story away of the book, because, I'm pretty sure y'all still want to go see it. If there's a movie on it and you want to read it and watch it, listen to it. But essentially, in the story, someone dies, right? And, you know, this person is then driven by an act to go and find the most valuable thing that they can find, to go and sell it to make some money, to then take care of that said person who got sick. And basically, when I said like the actions of inaction and also the preparation of it causes the series of a butterfly effect. If you knew that the one most dangerous thing in the world that could harm that person, why would you not put up preparations so that that would never happen, right? So that sums up the whole entire book. But, you know, go read it, go listen to it, because you might want to hear like the play-on-play words, the analogies, the story behind it. All I'm gonna say is basically it was this guy who was a pearl diver in the story of in Mexico, in the Gulf of Mexico, and he, you know, his son basically got sick. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say how he got sick. And he would spend all his money. You know, he would go and dive for a couple pearls. He would set up like in between like a rock and a hard place, but he could have changed that, and he was in a dangerous area with dangerous things around him, but he stayed there by, I don't know, circumstance. And then the other case of it is that he would dive, get what he need, instead of saving it a nest egg, he would spend it all and be living like basically paycheck to paycheck. So his savings setup was just bad, and his son got sick, so he dove the deepest he ever dove. He found like the biggest pearl he could ever find, and then all hell broke loose. I'll just leave it at that.